Hello, my name is Amris, also known as Threadworthi, and I would like to do another read for you. Please, please, please use discernment based off of if this read aligns with you or not. I trust the right people will hear it, will receive it. Also, this seems to be a running, unfortunate pattern for tarot readers, where people are imitating them and using them as a vehicle for fraud and duplication. I would not reach you directly for a reading or ask you for anything. So please keep that in mind too. All right, so for this reading, I'm going to be reading from the Botan Tarot from a Miyako M. Wonderful artist, very kind and gracious when I bought the deck from her, because I wanted to buy it as a birthday present for a friend. And she was just so kind and helpful. Also making assumptions on pronouns. But love this deck. It's beautiful and happy to let us play together a little bit. So, the Botan Tarot. All right. First, I'm going to pull a card to get a better understanding what this read will be about. And then I'll pull more cards for clarification. Here you go. Shuffle them. Oh, okay. Looks like that's going to be the card. Okay. We got some jumpers. So that'll be part of the read. Still shuffling here. Okay. 2, 3. Okay. Let's talk about the theme. It is the Ace of Wands. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. I do note that the card came out kind of like this. So it may be talking about the beginnings of following your heart and following your passion. It may be what is keeping you stuck. But with one small action can turn this frown upside down. You know what I mean? So this read will be about igniting the passions of our heart, whether in occupation, in life, in hobbies, in relationship, just the concept of a lit fire and a beginning for that. So first card that came out. Interesting. So I find this very, very, very interesting because, I'm getting so much here. Usually passion from like a carnal space, from a very 3D physical space, usually calls up this, because then there's this play of, is it being set free? Is it pleasure? Or is it hedonism and addiction? And wondering if the balance is teetering based off of like finding that sweet middle ground between understanding that the earth is filled with wondrous, magnificent things to feel, to be experienced. But what happens if it's, you gotta up the ante each time. So this is fascinating. Interesting card. I think this is one of my favorite renditions of the Devil card. There's a few that I card decks that I have. This one, it feels like indulgence. Like, not gonna lie, it's kind of hot. It's kind of like bad boy energy, right? But us girls, theys, and thems who, about bad boys, know that it's something we don't just want to fall into, because you will fall, kind of thing. Second card that came up is the High Priestess. So I definitely find that the two of these major arcanas are out because it's giving like the conscience of the angel devil on the shoulder. So it's coming to like the wand probably needing to be in the middle. Like the balance is the sweet spot between the sexy indulgence, the light and passion of it all, versus connecting to the delicious majesticness of divinity too, right? With discernment, with understanding, are you experiencing pleasure for pleasure's sake, or are you experiencing pleasure to hide, to get away from something, to cover up something? So it's like, which one is it? To find that you don't want to be so rigid that it's hyper piety, right? But you don't want to be so down bad. You don't know which way is up, which way is down. One more card here to tie it on home. Not us getting three major arcanas. What are y'all going through? What is going on? What am I going through? Uh-oh. But in the end, it's literally saying passion and balance. Passion is in the middle of these two. It's finding balance. It's how can you experience the light of your heart without harming others? How can you be honest about your passion instead of hiding from it? There's this sweet middle balance that one can find that can bring that on home. Also, aren't these cards so pretty? They're so pretty. I think more so, I love this rendition of the Justice card too. Because, yeah, usually you have the scales with the sword. But I love how this Justice card is giving like Joan of Arc kind of energy. I don't think it's her, but it's giving like that same energy. Or for the anime girlies, it's giving Saber, like Excalibur. Like, yeah. Anyway. But I just love it's almost like a strength card. But it's not. It's really powerful. I really like this Justice card. I also note that there's red and it has the two colors from this card all in this card too. So it's definitely going to balance. So to bring this reading on home, gentle viewers, passion. There's this really great, like, divine flow of when you can find your passion, but it doesn't consume you, but you also don't pretend like it's not there. Like, it is legitimately the driving force. As well as, can passion be a blocker to actually taking the time to see all that is around you, to like give gratitude for it, give understanding for it too? Or are you quickly on to the next thing? That's me also dragging myself too, so Don't you worry. Also, I love this energy because it's like this reminder that divinity may not be in the extremes of like, even though when we frequently talk of piety or religious, it's usually in the extremes. You're either the devil or the high priestess, and there's no in between. But I've found in my experience of divinity that it is this sweet spot, like right in the middle, right? It feels divine, right? But it has a bit of anchoring into the spirit and the material. It's like when they connect together, it's that overlap of feeling the looseness of that. It's also like the definition of flow, right? You know, you enter in a state of flow because you're passionate about it, but there's a peace and a serenity about you. So it's both like the devil card and the high priestess card too. So I really enjoyed this read on passion. Like, is I thought, as y'all saw at the beginning, I thought it was, are you blocked from your passion? But maybe the issue or call to action is, how do you find the lit fire that doesn't consume the entire building? Like, you don't want the whole building to go on fire, but you also don't want your passion to be a teeny tiny candle that you only look at briefly as as you walk by or something like that. So I guess it also speaks to what you pay attention to, finding both the high priestess and the flow that you find with the devil card too. So, because it had the flow of air around it. It's like that sweet spot. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. If you did, give it a like, give it a subscribe, because I think you have to say those things when you have a video. But it would help to know if you enjoyed it or if you learned something or if it moved you. I'm surprised how these cards dragged me. I'm not surprised. So, but until next time.